You typed a question into ChatGPT, hit enter, and got back something so bland you could have written it yourself in your sleep. That is the whole problem in one sentence. Here's the honest answer up front, so nobody has to wait for it. There is no secret model, no hidden setting, no paid unlock. ChatGPT unlocked my secret prompt engineering. All of that hype boils down to one boring truth. The tool is only as good as the instructions you feed it, and almost nobody feeds it good instructions. So today I'm going to hand you an actual repeatable formula. Not vibes, a structure you can reuse on any task, whether you're writing an email, planning a project, or fixing a mess. By the end, you will know exactly why your prompts fall flat and the one change that fixes most of them. But stick around, because the real payoff is not the formula itself. It is the part at the end where I tell you honestly whether learning this stuff is even worth your time as a busy person, or whether you are overthinking a tool that is meant to be simple. Let me be clear about what this is and what it is not. This is not about memorizing 100 magic words. It is about talking to the thing like you would brief a competent new hire on their first day. So why do most people get garbage out of ChatGPT? Because they treat it like a search engine. You type 5 words, you expect magic, and you get mush. Think about it. If a new employee walked up and you said, "Write me something good," they would stare at you. Good for what? For who? How long? What tone? The model has the exact same problem. It just hides it better by confidently making something up. That confident guessing is the trap. ChatGPT will never say, "I do not have enough to go on." It fills the gaps with the most average, safest, blandest version of an answer, because average is what it was trained to produce when you give it nothing to work with. And here's the frustrating part. People conclude the tool is overrated, they tried it, it was meh, they moved on. The tool was fine, the brief was empty. Quick thing before we go further, this channel is sponsored by MBC Canada Inc. And if you run a trades or construction business, listen up for a second. They fix the bookkeeping mess that is choking your business so you can finally see your real numbers and control your cash instead of flying blind. They put together a free trades bookkeeping scorecard that shows you how much money your business is quietly losing. And the link for that is the first thing in the description below. Okay, back to it. Because once you understand the empty brief problem, the fix is honestly kind of obvious. You just have to give the thing something to work with. So here's the formula. 4 parts: role, context, task, format. You do not need all 4 every single time, but the more you stack, the sharper the output gets. Part 1 is role. You tell it who to be. Act as a patient bookkeeper explaining this to a first-time business owner. Act as a blunt editor who cuts fluff. This one line changes the entire voice and the depth of the answer because you are pointing it at a specific corner of everything it knows. Part 2 is context. This is the one people skip the most, and it is the one that matters the most. Who is this for? What is the situation? What already happened? What are you actually trying to achieve? The model cannot read your mind. It only knows what you paste in. Say you want an email to a client who paid late. Empty version, write an email about a late payment. Context version, this client has been with me 2 years, always pays eventually. I want firm but warm. I do not want to lose them. See the difference in how much the model now understands the room. Part 3 is task. Be specific about the actual job. Not help me with my newsletter. Instead, write 3 subject line options and a 200-word body for a newsletter announcing a spring discount. Specific in, specific out. Every time. Part 4 is format. Tell it how you want the answer shaped. A bullet list, a table, a short paragraph, a script. 5 options ranked worst to best. If you do not say, it defaults to a wall of prose, and a wall of prose is where good ideas go to die. Stack those 4 and you have gone from typing at a search box to actually briefing a capable assistant. But there is a 5th move that separates people who kind of use ChatGPT from people who get real work out of it, and most tutorials never mention it. The move is this. Your first prompt is a draft, not a delivery. The magic is in the follow-up. Most people take the first answer, decide it is fine or it is bad, and stop. But you are in a conversation. You can say too formal, loosen it up, or cut it in half, or give me 3 bolder versions. Each round, it gets closer to what was in your head the whole time. Here is a concrete run-through. You ask for a product description. First draft is okay, but generic. You reply, rewrite this for a skeptical buyer who has been burned before, and lead with the guarantee. Now it has an angle. Then you say, tighten it to under 60 words. Now it is usable. 3 quick messages, not one perfect prompt, and you can make it do the work of asking. End your prompt with, "Before you answer, ask me any questions you need to do this well." Suddenly, it interviews you. It surfaces the gaps you did not know you left. That one sentence quietly fixes half the empty brief problem for you. So now you have role, context, task, format, and the refined loop. That is the whole so-called secret. But does it actually move the needle, or is this the kind of thing that sounds great in a video and does nothing in real life? Let me show you the difference side by side. Let us run the same job 2 ways. The job, write a message to reschedule a meeting you double booked. Awkward, human, easy to get wrong. Version 1, the lazy prompt. Write an email to move a meeting. What comes back is stiff, over-apologetic, and sounds like a form letter. It technically works and it says nothing. Version 2, the full formula. Act as a warm professional assistant. Context, I accidentally double booked and I respect this person's time and do not want to seem flaky. Task, write a short reschedule message that owns the mistake without groveling and offers 2 new time slots. Format, under 80 words, friendly but direct. What comes back now actually sounds like a real person who has their act together. It owns the slip in 1 line, it does not over-apologize, and it hands over 2 clean options. Same tool, same model, wildly different result, purely because of what you put in. And this scales up to the big stuff. Planning a launch, drafting a policy, summarizing a long document, building a spreadsheet outline. The harder the task, the bigger the gap between the lazy prompt and the full brief. That is the whole point. More steps in, more return out. Now let me be the honest friend, because every tutorial online pretends this formula is flawless, and it is not. First, ChatGPT still makes things up. A perfect prompt does not make it truthful. If you ask for facts, figures, dates, or quotes, it can hand you a confident, clean, beautifully formatted lie. The formula improves shape and relevance, not honesty. You still have to check anything that matters. Second, you can overload it. Cram in 15 requirements, 3 roles, and a page of context, and it starts dropping things and contradicting itself. The sweet spot is enough to be clear, not so much that it drowns. Third, for tiny quick jobs, the full formula is overkill. If you just want a synonym or a quick reword, typing a 4-part brief is slower than doing it yourself. Match the effort to the task. That is a skill too. So the formula is powerful and it has real limits. It makes the tool sharper, faster, and more useful. It does not make it a genius, and it does not make it honest for you. Which brings up the question that actually matters for a busy person. What actually matters is that you actually use ChatGPT to actually streamline your processes. Doing good prompts is important, and I've even learned that in my own use of AI, especially with front-end design, or if you're building a website or you're trying to edit videos. You can't necessarily make this thing bigger. Okay, bigger in what way? Oh, I want it longer. Well, what do you mean by longer? You mean width? Because it's a rectangle going width across the screen, and AI thinks it's going longer, so you need to talk in terms of the y-axis and x-axis, right? Or width across the screen. You got to get more specific with your instructions. You can't just say, "This feels dark." Dark, how? Okay, dark in a way that it makes me feel lonely. That doesn't work with AI. The background is probably 4 shades too dark. Whatever measurement you're using to measure dimness or darkness, we need it 4 shades lighter that will work with AI. You don't need the technical jargon of actually editing a video or actually understanding the terms of that industry. You just need to be able to articulate what actually is too dark. AI doesn't actually have context for what lonely means to you or what too dark means to you. You got to get more specific in your prompts, so it doesn't have to be long prompts. I know above, in this video, we talked about the 4 rules about prompt formulas. Honestly, the role type thing is not really necessary. I mean, it is to a certain point, but it will get a specific instruction that you want it to change. Hey, this email sounds too wordy. That will only work to a certain point, but hey, you use too many words, filler words like and the, we want to reduce the ends in the paragraph. Done. That is way better than saying this thing's too wordy or the sentences are too long. You got to get more specific. It has to be this word, right? We have to make the sentences 5 words shorter. They should be short, brief sentences to make up this paragraph. I hope this helps. I hope that you make the Sunday understand. You can give it a role, but it's not necessary if it's already learned you and you've been using AI for a while and you've been purposefully documenting how you work with AI. Honestly, it just needs context, task, and then a format. Also, I think what we missed in the top here was not just context and task, but if you have a previous outcome that you actually liked, you're going to want to put that back in ChatGPT. Your folder structure, if you're using the app or if you're on the Claude Code in VS Code with file structures like I am, is going to be role, who are you? What are you really good at? What is the context of this project that we're doing? Then we're going to have the task there of this product, and then we're going to have the output, this product. That will get your reliable product or outcome every time. Here's the payoff I promised, the clean version you can use today. Stop typing questions, start giving briefs. Next time you open ChatGPT, before you hit enter, run the quick mental checklist. Did I tell it who to be? Did I give it the situation? Did I name the exact task? Did I say what shape I want back? If you missed one, add it. Then treat the first answer as a draft and push back once or twice. Do that and you will pull dramatically better work out of the exact same tool everyone else is complaining about. No secret model, no paid unlock, just a better brief and a willingness to go one round more. That is the real unlock. Not a trick, a habit. If this made ChatGPT feel less like a slot machine and more like a tool you actually control, subscribe, because I break down AI tools in plain English for people who have real work to do and no time for hype. Tell me in the comments which tool you want me to pull apart next and paste the best result your new prompt gives you. I want to see it. And a real thank you to NBC Canada Inc. for backing this one. If you run a trades or construction business and you are tired of feeling blind about your money, grab their free bookkeeping scorecard at the link below and see exactly how much your business might be leaking. That is it. Go write a better brief.